Well, the vaccine is here. Project Warp Speed got it done. What vaccines are out there and which ones can you make money on? I will get you to the bottom of what's happening. More infectious coronavirus COVID-19 variant in at least 5 different states. There has been a variation of coronavirus that came out of the UK, now showing its ugly face in the US. A more contagious variant of COVID-19 that has swept through the United Kingdom has been reported in now 5 states. National Institute of Health Director Francis Collins said in an interview in the Washington Post on Wednesday. We have now seen the same UK virus in the US in at least 5 states, and I'd be surprised if that doesn't grow pretty rapidly. Adding that it doesn't, however, seem to be more severe. That's a good news. All right, there is a different, just like we have with different strains of the flu. I think that it was just going to be. It was going to happen that you were going to get different strains or variations of COVID-19, and that's starting to pop up. All right, but wait a minute. There's another variation coming out of South Africa. The COVID variant found in South Africa this one is worrying experts. The viruses mutate all the time. It's no surprise that the coronavirus that emerged in China at the end of 2019 has undergone several significant mutations during the pandemic. But a new strain of the virus has emerged in South Africa, and it's causing concern. A new strain is causing concern, like a variant discovered in the UK in recent months, that one of the South Africans is proving to be far more transmissible. So the one coming out of the UK is not any more severe than what we're already experiencing, but now the variant coming out of South Africa, could be a little different. At least all I'm doing is keeping you apprised of what's going on, all right? Nothing more, nothing less. This is just news that you need to keep on top of, all right? And, my stock of choice in this space is Moderna. It gets the green light now in Europe to be utilized as well, and that was done yesterday, all right? And that's just more news. And AstraZeneca is getting ready to get rolled out as well, so I believe in India. AstraZeneca is getting ready to get rolled out in India, so we're going to look at those 2 stocks, Moderna and AstraZeneca. So the first virus vaccination that went out was Pfizer, and people are currently getting injected with both the Pfizer and the Moderna vaccine, and I'm thinking AstraZeneca should be next. So those will be 3 that are out there. All right, so let's go to my list. And where are my stocks? There's Moderna towards the upper echelon of my list, sorted by our VST. I'm also going to talk about how to play the whole industry. There it is. XBI, the Spider Biotech, is a good way to play the whole biotech industry. And what's my last one? AstraZeneca. Notice where AstraZeneca sits in my list, all the way at the bottom. Moderna, trading at 113 with a value of 258. Nicely undervalued. I like that. I like VectorVest mantras to have you in safe, undervalued stocks that are rising in price in a rising market. Upside potential on Moderna is good. Long term, Moderna looks like a good play. Relative safety above 1. A less risky stock. So the fundamentals behind Moderna are finally in line with where I'd like to be. So Moderna, I still like it as one of the best stocks in that space. Not putting down Pfizer, not putting down AstraZeneca or any of the other drugs, Johnson & Johnson, anything like that. I'm just looking at the information. This is more than just data. This is now becoming useful information. Now, what's hurting it right now is that it's not going up in price. RT is below 1. The stock grows their earnings at a clip of 46% a year. That is, these are the things that you look for in a long-term play. Earnings per share sitting at $10. $10 on a $113 stock, that's a good play. I like Moderna. I'm going to come back to XBI in a second. AstraZeneca sitting at $50, trading at $50 with a value of 51. The stock is what we like to call clearly fairly valued. Upside potential is there at 1.12, relative value at 1.12. It's got good upside potential. The safety is not there. It's not above 1, and the stock is not going up in price right now. They do grow their earnings at a positive clip of 11% a year. Forecasted earnings sitting at $2.60. Now, XBI, because it's an ETF, the price and value will be the same. Relative value and relative safety will be the same, but XBI, looking at the biotech industry, RT is above 1. That industry is moving. Let's take a look at these 3 stocks. Let's view the stock graph. Moderna's tough sometimes. Look at that pullback, but the fundamentals behind it are there. All right, let's put this on the 3-month graph. There's relative value. Upside potential has been rising. Relative safety has been rising. Everything behind the stock looks good. A little bit of a pullback. And right now, sitting at that value of the 20-day exponential moving average, if you're not currently in it, I would wait to see the stock go above that value before I pull the trigger. All right, that's the first thing. Stock just barely pulled out of an uptrend right now. I'd wait coming off of this base right here, sitting at a level of about, let me give you a horizontal, that's not what I wanted. Give you a horizontal line, sitting at a value of about 102.77. If you're in it, leave it alone. If you hadn't gotten out of it, you should have gotten out of it when the price went below the 20-day exponential moving average. Again, that 20-day exponential moving average is a good middle-of-the-road moving average. That's what I like it for, just for good middle of the road. Above it, good time to be in it. Below it, not a good time to get in. And if you were in it and you wrote it down to here, no need to do that. Get out of it. Take your profits a little earlier and now wait for a better buying opportunity. Let's move over to XBI. Here's the industry. Now, keep in mind that the biotech is not only looking at COVID-19 stocks, but looking at all of the stocks that are biotech. All of the stocks that are biotech, and overall, look at that equity curve. Pulled back below the 20-day exponential moving average. Yesterday went above, now nicely above. I like this as a good longer-term play. The market's move doesn't have a direct correlation on it. As long as biotech is moving, the market could be down. And if biotech is moving, this will move. If you're not in it, I'd really like for you to get into it after it goes about 12 cents higher than the high to make sure you're buying into it as it's rising. And last but not least, AstraZeneca doesn't look very good as compared to the XBI or the Moderna. All right, and you know something in this space, let's do this. I've got a watch list for you. Let's go find healthcare, coronavirus stocks. There we go. I've got a watch list. How many stocks are in here? If you're looking, these are specifically coronavirus stocks, though. Specifically for coronavirus. Excuse me. I can always sort this by percent price change if I'm looking to be a trader. And I like doing this, taking this coronavirus watch list, and everybody out there who's a VectorVest subscriber has a coronavirus watch list. You all have access to it. All right. Ours is a little different because we've added more to it. But I can, from a trade perspective, let's stream it. From a trade perspective, I can always, every day, find out which stocks are moving early in the morning to take advantage of. CVAC is up 18% today. What if I would have caught that early when it was up 2 or 3 or 4%? So you want to have an opportunity to play these stocks as a trader. That's what you look for. If you're looking for the long-term plays, then I would look at relative value and find like APT, Novavax, Codex. These are stocks that everybody in our jockey club knows about. These are good, solid coronavirus companies that you can play for the long term. Which ones grow their earnings the most? Sort by GRT, Codex, Novavax. A lot of the same names come up to the top of the list. So VectorVest watch list provides you with a lot of great buying opportunities at the right time. All right. So that's my coronavirus story. I think more so than anything, utilize the coronavirus watch list to find the stocks that best fit the way that you invest in the market. If you're not a subscriber to the software, we're offering still a 99-cent trial for 30 days where you can utilize our VectorVest watch list to do this kind of analysis on any stock that you have. All right. Hey, if you like this content, guess what? You can join us live every Thursday at 2 p.m. here on YouTube. Join VV Nation. We hope to see you there.